Hi, my name's Archer, and we are going to be taking a look at some of the analysis of the major phones that came out in 2017. So to take us away, what we're going to do is we're going to start by taking off the protection that's on the workbook by editing anyway. And so what we got going on here is I've got four pivot tables displaying different types of information. The type of information we're displaying is the battery size in milliamp hours, the phone prices of the different phones that are inside each brand, different screen sizes of those different phones, and of course the displays. Slash, what that means is just how good it is by showing different uh, qualities of pictures and or videos. So to start it off, we can actually just explore through our slicer here just by seeing with the Apple brands, we can see a trend line of slightly higher prices of an average around maybe 700 to 800 here, with an outlier with the iPhone X. We have the battery sizes, huge difference between the Plus versions and the regular versions, as we can see here. As we have the iPhone 8 below 2000 milliamp hours, but the iPhone 8 Plus is above 2500. Significant difference in the amount of battery life there just by having a bigger battery. We can see the different screen sizes, such as, for example, with any of the Apple phones, none of them go above 6 inches. Where, for example, for the Samsung phones, we've got two different phones that are going over 6 inches and then one that's just a little bit lower. And similar thing for Motorola that they don't go above 6, but LG has the V30 that's above 6. We see the different screen displays as the top tier phones do appear in 1440p quality. That is even higher HD than or HD quality than the regular 1080p, which a lot of devices are showing currently. And of course, the different brands having different prices total here. Moving on, we actually get to the raw analysis of the different types of phones out there. So this is where we start looking at the different brands listed, the phones under each brand, different prices, battery milliamp hours. We have the camera megapixels, display, screen size, and water resistance. And then to go through the data validation, what I did was I actually showed all of my calculations here. I took the average price, battery size, screen size, resolution, and I based my good, amazing, poors, okays, greats off of the median. If it's over, it's amazing, or in terms of price, it's cheap or pricey, and then if it's right close to the middle mark, we have good, average, or okay. So not the best terms, but they're just okay, or they're just good. Not necessarily amazing. So with that, we're just gonna go back and hide the information. But one more thing I wanted to discuss was that with if it was a good analysis of the different phones. So, for example, if the phone's cheap, it got 3 points because everyone likes to spend the least amount of money possible for a phone. Um, and it was outlined in green because that was good. If it was towards the middle of the pack, it was average. If it was a expensive phone, it was listed as pricey and in the red. And of course, I gave the green colors 3 points, the good yellows 2 points, and the reds just one to be able to calculate our data bars here. And with the data bars, what they represent is actually um, different VLOOKUPs that are added together. So we have what the points are for the average, plus the points for good, plus average, plus okay, which got 8 total because 4 times 2 we have here. 6 for the iPhone X because it had 1, 1, 2, 2. And if something had an overall score of 10 or higher, it received the best option if statement here. Looking onwards, actually wanting to filter through all this information just because this is just a big block of info that's kind of hard to look through. We can actually just filter through the different brands. So for example, we want to search through the LG brand. We'll type that through the brand and then we'll use our macro button here, filter, to be able to filter through all of the LG phones. And then of course we have the dynamic information here. Reset, and it's back to normal. We can, even with our table here, or here we go, phone, we can actually look up, let's say we want to look at the iPhones. We'll filter that through, and we've got all the iPhones showing up here. Sadly, none of them were chosen as the best option in terms of hardware specifications. And so that's where I was able to complete my macros. We've got two sets of macros here at the filter, and of course, resetting all the information to be able to start over. On the next pages, what I've got is just my different amounts of information. And that will conclude my presentation of the analysis of the major phones that came out in 2017. Take care.